Stu Count and Pat Hickey of the Montreal Gazette here at the Bell Centre, where the red-hot Montreal Canadiens have won 3 in a row after a 4-2 victory over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Things are looking a little bit brighter, Pat.
They are. It's they're in 10th place now. They're 3 points out of the 8th playoff spot. Of course, the team that's in there, Pittsburgh, has 3 games in hand. It's more likely that the target should be Boston or even Tampa Bay. They're 4 points up on the Canadiens, but fewer games in hand. The Canadiens have 2 more games against Tampa Bay. This is a team that's given them trouble over the last 2 years, but now they're 2-0 against them, and they've figured out a way to get to Ben Bishop.
Yeah, well, the sportsclubstats.com website has their odds of making the playoffs now at 18%. I asked Brendan Gallagher after the game, do you get up in the morning and look at the standings? And he said, well, I try not to, but it's kind of hard not to look. He says even during the game, he finds himself sometimes looking up at the scoreboard to see what the out-of-town scores are. Speaking of Brendan Gallagher, Pat, the Gallagher, Plekanec, Galchenyuk line combined for 6 points tonight. Plekanec had 2 goals and an assist, and they were +3. This is a line, they've been looking for a line to get hot, and these guys are hot right now.
Yeah. I mean, Plekanec's now 3 goals, 4 assists in the last 3 games. He was outstanding on Saturday. Another big game tonight. These guys seem to feed off each other. They play very well.
Yep.
Excuse me.
It might silence the critics who want Alex Galchenyuk back at center. He seems to be playing pretty well on the wing, and
he is playing well on the wing, and they need him on the wing. And it's also a lot of people want to get rid of Plekanec and think he's overpaid. Here's an interesting stat. Steven Stamkos, who a lot of people think is going to make $10 million a year, has 40 points. Thomas Plekanec has 42.
Yeah. Habs fans are in a little bit better mood. They were playing, the Ole Ole chant was going, something we haven't heard for a while.
Standing ovation at the end.
Devontae Smith-Pelly said he appreciated that. They were playing Don't Stop Believin' by Journey on the speaker, so things are looking a little better. One thing, Andrei Markov, 37 years old, played 25 minutes tonight.
It's probably more than they want him to play, but they were in a bad position. They from halfway through the second period on, they were down to 5 defensemen. Nathan Beaulieu left the game with a lower body injury. They hope he's going to be back on Friday. If not, Greg Pattern will get a chance to play. But they also lost Brian Flynn, and that means they're going to have to call somebody up from Hamilton, probably Jacob Delarose, because they don't have any other extra forwards.
That's right, and Flynn's out 6 to 8 weeks with a lower body injury. As you mentioned, Beaulieu, it's a lower body injury. He also had an upper body injury. I think he got in a fight with Cedric Paquette, and it's the first time I've ever seen a guy explode a visor with a punch. Beaulieu nailed him and the visor exploded. Michel Therrien said he'd never seen anything like that before. I asked Therrien if he thought that Beaulieu was trying to prove something to him, the coach, after being a healthy scratch for 2 games. And he said he didn't think so. He thought he was just coming to the defense of Lars Eller, standing up for his teammates and every player in the room to a man. As much as fighting is being removed from the NHL, talked about what a boost that gave them.
Yeah, especially Ben Scrivens, who said he still likes fighting. He thinks it has a role in the game, and he thought that was just fine. He also appreciated the crowd tonight, although he still prefers afternoon games.
PK Subban, 29 minutes of ice time. He's really playing well right now. He extended his point streak to 7 games. He's got 19 points in his last 18 games. He's really picked it up, Pat.
Yeah, he has. He's got points in 15 of those 18 games, and he's just played really well. He's a leader out there. He's playing well on both ends of the ice. Still occasionally, you'll see a move that you say, hey, geez, that's kind of dangerous there. But he set up the goal that was probably the most important goal of the game. They scored with 8 seconds to go in the second period. Makes one of those big sweeping spin-around moves from down low. Throws the puck to the net. He got away from Alex Killorn. Throws it in front and it goes in off Devontae Smith's skates.
Might be the easiest goal Devontae Smith-Pelly ever gets. You mentioned Ben Scrivens. He's now, after starting 0-4 with the Canadiens, he's now 3-4, obviously with the 3 wins. His save percentage is up to .912, and his goals against average is 2.72, which doesn't look too bad at all. Pat, they head out on the road next. You're going with them. Where's the next stop?
Next stop is Buffalo on Friday night, and then they play in Arizona and Colorado. And then they're back next Friday night. The next home game here is a Friday night game, very unusual, against the Philadelphia Flyers.
All right, well, happy trails, Pat, and we'll speak to you all again soon.